Hello YouTube and welcome! Today we will be watching a video about the best male hobbies according to women. Yeah! Oh god, this topic. Thank you again for recommending it. And if you would like to recommend more such videos, just leave a comment down below or put it on the board on Discord. Thank you again. Let's get started. Oh, and if you didn't skip the intro, the word of the day is coin.
Can your hobbies make you more hot? Can they make you less hot? Recently, an organization called Date Psychology surveyed 840 men and women, asking them a series of questions to find out what the most and least attractive male hobbies are. And today, we're going to go through it.
That is so weird. That is so weird. Why? Wow. I can't believe, okay, there are some hobbies where I would maybe scoff at people. Probably, if you're gambling all your life savings, I'll scoff at you. But, damn.
We're going to look at the least attractive hobbies. We're going to look at the most attractive hobbies. And let me warn you now, guys, some of these hobbies on this list...
Yeah, I can imagine.
Some of these hobbies on this list are our hobbies. Number 10, least attractive hobby that a man can have, according to women, is...
Gaming?
Makeup. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of funny because, you'd think people that are into makeup would want people that are also into makeup and to kind of, talk and share techniques and whatnot. I don't know. I don't do makeup, so I wouldn't know, but I guess it's an expensive hobby.
Okay, what's number 9? Crypto.
Okay.
Ooh. Dude, I am all about blockchain. The idea behind it, I'm into it, dude. Decentralized stuff. People from taking crap away from you. I'm all about it.
I like the way he talks. You can tell he has no clue what he's talking about.
But it's not my hobby. It's like one of those things where if it's your job and it's a good job, then that's one thing. But if you are like a sous chef and then you're like, oh, I'm into crypto as my hobby, it's kind of like, all right, I can.
Yeah, I can't call that being a hobby. That's weird. I agree with him. It's so weird if you would be like, so what's your hobby? Finance? Okay. That's a weird definition of what a hobby is. But then again, I did have this conversation and I don't know. What do you think, YouTube? Do you think, what do you think a hobby is? Because, when I think of a hobby, I think of something that's made not for money, usually, right? It's just something that you do for relaxing, for your own enjoyment, for, your passion. Not something that you monetize. At that point, I don't think of it as necessarily a hobby. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Let me know how you define a hobby.
See how that's unattractive. Crypto, fine. Self-identifying as a crypto guy, not very attractive. Again, not up to me. This is what the girl said. Number 8.
This is what your girl said.
Cigars. Cigars as a hobby. I get it. If you're just smoking Black and Mild.
Every single one. Okay, maybe not every single one, but I think most of my guy friends have this cigar hobby thing. They will get together once or twice a year and they will bring their collection of cigars and they will smoke a cigar while just hanging out and having bro time. I kind of get this one, mostly because I have people that do it. Similarly to how I don't know, I also have friends who do that, but with their whiskey collections or scotch collections. I don't drink alcohol or smoke, so I both of those I look at them, I'm like,
Constantly hanging out the side of your window, 100%. That's super weird. This is an easy thing to not look cool while doing. Are you guys familiar with the Italian term sprezzatura? It's the ease in which you do things. So you can have an outfit, and if you look like you're not comfortable in it, then you don't look cool. But you can take that.
Okay,
same
that makes
outfit and
sense,
put it
yeah.
on a guy who's like chilling in it, and he's got
Yeah.
Satura. It's like
Yeah, I get it.
chillness, and you look natural doing it. If you look natural smoking a stogie, then you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. You look cool, and I don't care who tells me different. The Governator looks cool while smoking a stogie.
I smoke my stogie anywhere I want because I'm a stud.
But as a hobby, like your whole hobby is cigars, that's accurate. Don't smoke anything. Life's hard enough. All right. Number 7.
Life's hard enough. True.
Clubbing.
Wow.
Clubbing ain't a hobby, dude. Clubbing is a lifestyle, dude. I don't necessarily know if like going to a club and dancing is a very unattractive thing. Girls love dancing, and girls love a guy who will go dancing with them. But again, I
don't think when people think of clubbing, they think of dancing. I will be honest. Like, out of all the guys, like back when I would go to clubs with my friends, back when we were like in high school or like in college, I think out of everyone, only one guy danced. The rest were very weird. As in, they would not dance at all. They would rather just sit down and have a drink and shout at each other because you couldn't hear each other otherwise. So, like, I think I don't associate dancing with clubbing, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. How is it over in your place? Because, like, again, it's also based on culture. It's based on like how you kind of were raised or like your own area. Because like clubs in the countryside here are very different. They're actually more like called discoteca, which is kind of like a place like where you have some disco music and you go and kind of hang out, compared to like actual clubs. It's very different style when you think about those two and you compare them.
these people are imagining that first date. You're sitting across from each other at a restaurant. You're getting to know each other. And it's like, so what are you into? If off the bat some dude is like, I like clubbing, I picture Jersey Shore type guy, you know? A guy who's like, maybe doesn't have their priorities straight. I like clubbing.
It's so weird that you'd think of... I never would have thought of clubbing as a hobby. But, you know, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see, like, you know, someone who's into that night lifestyle, right? Someone who just likes to every time go out to like a club and hang out with some people, listen to some music, have some shots, and look at pretty things dancing.
But that's not to say that going to clubs and dancing, like if this were dancing, I think it would be much more attractive. So what do you like to do? I like dancing.
You know the fun part? I don't agree with that statement. Because, like, a lot of men get shunned or laughed at for liking dancing. At least from the people that I know that are guys that do like dancing. Like, women are freaking turned off by that or, like, very iffy about it. I don't know why.
That's something to think about. So what do you like to do? I like clubbing. Ooh. It doesn't have the same ring to it, you know what I mean? Number 6. Marijuana. As a hobby? Marijuana is my hobby.
Some people do have that as a hobby,
What are you into?
yeah,
Marijuana?
unfortunately.
It could potentially enhance your hobbies. Going to a movie, smoking a J, cooking after smoking a J. You know, like, it used to be kind of like an outlaw thing.
Some people make it their personality,
sort of
man.
a rebellious person. But now that it's legal, it's
Here
just
it's
like
illegal.
drinking. It's like being into drinking.
As far as I know.
We're like, hey, what's your
I don't
hobby?
know.
Oh, I like
I've never had marijuana either.
It's like, yo, okay, this will be our last date. Again, to each their own, but as a hobby.
I feel like this video, all it does is like make me appear as the blandest person ever. Like, well, I've never smoked. MJ, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do makeup. Oh man.
Just my opinion. And 840 women. The number 5 least attractive hobby that a man can have, according to women, is
Funko.
The
Holy
first
shit.
brand name on the list. Collecting
Funko
little things
hate.
with big heads is the number 5 least attractive thing that a man can do as a hobby.
That's an impressive Funko collection, if it's even a collection. I don't even know. But that's crazy. To be fair, we did a thing, like a community event where I let people post their collections, and we just like I just rated them or looked at them more or less. And everyone who had Funkos, like I think half the chat was like, ooh, Funko, ew. I feel like Funko has love or hate. There's no in between, man.
According to women. I'm surprised that it's above marijuana.
That's
I'm
crazy.
surprised it's above cigars. I'm surprised it's above makeup. I wonder if this one is associated with the other things that it suggests that you like. Funko suggests I like entertainment stuff so much that I have created an entirely new hobby just to show people who come to my house how much I like that stuff. And while I
mean, doesn't it also show that you have disposable income though? It's kind of interesting because like a lot of these, like not all of them, but a lot of these show kind of like the fact that you're also well off, I guess, or like that you're spending your money on a specific thing.
I'm not
I don't
one
know.
to judge. I could see how a woman walking into your house and seeing your wall of
I don't see it.
Walter White dolls might be like, I don't know if I want this guy to be the dad of my kids.
I don't see it, man. It's like whoever thinks that having collectibles, like having Lego or having miniatures or like Funkos or whatever, and goes like, "Oh my god, that's so immature and childish." Like, yes, your brain is clearly immature and childish because like it's just a collecting thing. Calm down.
Dude, but like anything in moderation is totally reasonable. I have little toys hidden all over my house. So there's like Hot Wheels here. There's a tiny little Paul Walker above a door frame watching over us, blessing us. There's a Takume Fujiwara hidden somewhere. If you ever come
I'm taking everything.
Don't let this happen to you. I'm excited to announce a special discount from our safest sponsor, Simply Safe Home Security. For a limited time, we've partnered with Simply Safe to bring you an exclusive 60% discount on a new home security system. The problem with old school systems is that they only trigger after someone breaks in, giving them time to grab valuables and get up to no good. But with Simply Safe Active Guard outdoor protection,
I've fallen asleep without shutting my door.
Monitoring agents react in real time to suspicious individuals approaching your home. They can see and speak to them, trigger alarms and spotlights, or even call the police all before the break-in happens.
Hey, get the hell out of there!
And Simply Safe's AI tech can identify familiar faces, so no annoying false alarms.
Totally.
ActiveGuard integrates with the full home security system, including smart locks, sensors, and cameras.
I can't wait until we have like AI tech to bypass that.
You can arm and disarm the system, view camera feeds, and completely control your system from the app anytime, anywhere. Simply Safe doesn't require any long-term contracts, and monitoring plans are affordable, starting at around $1 a day with no hidden fees. You can install it yourself, or you can get it professionally installed. It was ranked in the best home security systems of 2024 by US News & World Report and recognized for top customer service by Newsweek and USA Today. And speed watchers can get an exclusive discount on a new system. Save 60% on your Simply Safe security systems when you sign up for a select professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. Visit simplysafe.com/speed to customize yours. There is no safe like Simply Safe. Number 4.
Back to the video.
Arguing online. Again, dude. What are you into? I like fighting online. About what? Anything. This is a big thing now. The debate thing.
Tell him to debate me.
Tell him to debate me. You would never debate me. That is the nerdiest thing.
Who says that arguing online is their hobby? Oh my god. Dude, you gotta self-report with that. That's insane.
And I did speech and debate in high school. It could be argued that this is a synonym for Reddit. Again, I like Reddit. I think Reddit is one of the best
or
platforms
Twitter,
on the
or
internet.
4chan.
One of the few bastions of what I think the internet should kind of look like is Reddit.
Oh no.
My hobby is not arguing with other
Definitely
people
isn't
on
Reddit.
I'm not damning the things.
Hey, I've seen
if
bad
it's your
sides
hobby.
of Reddit.
I will admit that I did argue with a few people when we uploaded our first few videos.
It's a rite of passage as a content creator to realize that you're not gonna please everyone, man. To be fair, it's not even a content creator thing. It's just a general people thing, right? You gotta learn that not everyone is going to agree with you or see eye to eye, and not everyone's going to have the intellect to actually understand your perspective or the empathy to put themselves in your shoes, right? So at one point, you got to go like, well, agree to disagree, you know? And someone's like, no, I will never agree to disagree on that matter. It's like, okay, you do you, boo.
I don't know if I argue with them. I just you know? That's how guys who argue online probably think too. It's like, I'm not arguing, I'm getting them. That's what
I'm educating.
I like arguing in person. That's not a hobby though. That's a job. They paid for it, so it makes it better. Yeah, that seems like a number 4. It makes me really excited for 1 through 3. All right, number 3.
Screech.
Poor.
What? What's that?
Being poor? Oh, but Jesse didn't want to write it. We might get demonetized if we write poor. Should I say corn?
Oh!
That's what they do on TikTok. All right.
Yeah, corn.
Corn. Dude, if that's your hobby, get help.
Yeah,
And if that is
I
your
agree.
hobby and just like right out of the gate, you're like,
I
this
agree
is
with
what
that
I'm
one.
about. Kudos to you for bravery. Much better to just come out with it and admit stuff and be about it than to bury it. This one's real tricky. Dude. This one's real tricky. If it's your hobby, you know, I'm not.
Dude, if you're gonna say that that's your hobby, seriously, get help. That's so weird. Oh.
A guy who's like, dude, don't goon. I'm too old for that. All right, dude. As a hobby, I think in general, if that's your hobby, I don't know if that's healthy. Number 3 least attractive hobby a guy
Very
can have
weird,
is
though.
any sort of. Number 2.
I don't think any sort is fair. Like, everyone knows that, you know, corn exists and people consume corn. That's fine. Saying it's your hobby and it's what you want to do every day and what you enjoy doing every day, that I kind of agree with that one. That's, for me at least, that's not attractive. But hey, you do you.
Gambling. No surprise here. This is one of the ones
that's
that
fair.
I saw when we first found this list. And I asked Riley if it was accurate. And she was like, well, it depends if you win. I'm just trying to.
That's so true, though. I mean, if you're like spending your life savings, you have a gambling problem, right? You have an addiction. And people that are like, oh, it's just a hobby, right? Like getting a lotto ticket every now and then, whatever. Making a bet with someone for funsies for like $10 for like when you can afford it, whatever, right? No one cares about that. But when you're like, so what do you do as a hobby? Well, I go to Vegas and I spend everything at a casino, or like every week you find me at a casino. Like, you know, someone that goes every day at the slots machine and is tied to it, that's a problem and it's not attractive. And yes, if you keep winning, well, then no one's really gonna complain about your addiction because they don't see the effects of it.
To put myself in the head of the people who took the survey, and I think, oh yeah, that would be unattractive for a guy to just be like, oh, babe, let me hold $4,000. Let me hold another $4K. Like, let me hold another 4K. Dude. I could totally see as a potential partner, if you're looking to have a life with someone, to build an empire together, I could totally see how gambling is a hobby that puts that at risk. Like, it's going to take a lot of Funkos to lose the house. You know what I mean? Like, gambling, you could do it in a hand. You could put it all on black and be like,
I feel like that's more addiction.
Remember
Yeah.
how we've been working towards a future? Yeah, we're not doing that.
I feel like most of this list is about addiction rather than, I don't know. Like, am I weird? Because like I look at those and I'm like, I'm pretty sure these people that filled the survey thought about it and said addictions, right? Like gambling, probably drinking is number one. Would surprise me, but maybe, I don't know. I may this like smoking and gambling and all of that. I'm like, huh.
No more. But if you let me hold 4K, I think I can get it back. And then some. Not surprising. All right. We are now at the number one least attractive hobby that a man can have according to women.
Okay.
I really don't have any idea what it is. Heroin? Sip of coffee. I hope it's not caffeine. The number one least attractive hobby that a man can have according to women
that would be silly. What?
Manosphere.
Oh my god.
That, like,
what?
Guys on the internet.
Stop standing like a nerd.
Don't be a balanced broke.
Six-pack abs.
When you live life chasing your
What?
You're gonna have a hard time replacing every place.
I mean, what do I have to say about this? 98% of our audience.
Okay, first of all, someone going ahead and saying manosphere is their hobby, or that there are women that think that's someone's hobby, and even using it as a word randomly and just shoving it down there. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Seek help. Oh, my head. I totally did not expect that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, what?
This is male, and a lot of them are young men. And I do acknowledge that there are specific challenges and hardships that young men have to deal with. And I don't know if they are currently given the amount of attention that I think they should. But like,
honestly, I don't like on that topic. I think like because of how it is on the internet and a lot of people not giving a flying damn about others, it's harder online for men to like seek help. So what does Google say about manosphere definition? Promoting masculinity, misogyny, and opposition of feminism. Huh. Okay. Communities include incels. Well, they lost me when they said the word incel. Like, oh man. They include incels and fathers' rights groups. Why are those two put together? Oh, my brain. My brain hurts. Oh. Yeah.
I think that like this just preys on that fact and is sort of a perverse, nerdy way of handling that stuff. So I don't know. One of the reasons we started this channel, and more I want to like have those conversations with you guys and help you navigate some of those things in ways that like I either did or didn't have people to help me navigate those things when I was younger. So yeah. Luckily they are attracted to some stuff though, huh guys? We are here, guys.
Oh god. There's the attraction list. Oh my goodness. What was that TikTok meme? Finance, 6 feet, blue eyes. Oh god.
There is hope. I'm not just telling you what's wrong with you. I'm giving you some stuff that might attract the opposite sex. All right. Number 5,
Mhm.
most attractive hobby a man can have, according to women, is woodworking.
Wow.
Dude, this is like,
okay.
again, everyone was given a list and they had to be like, okay, yeah, that would be attractive if someone did that. Like, of course, like working with wood, a super attractive thing. Nick Offerman woodworks. Number 4.
I mean, someone who does woodworking would be good in the house because they would be able to like do all your stupid, silly, creative projects that you can't do yourself as well. And on top of that, it would save costs in a lot of scenarios, and it would tell the person that they're able to like do things, right? So I can see why it's attractive. But woodworking? No, you can't just say, I don't know, the handyman or like being tool savvy. That sounds wrong though. I think saying tool savvy just leaves it open way too much to interpretation.
Cooking. I totally get this. It's attractive to be able to feed
that's
your
fair.
mate, to feed a potential family. Dude, cooking is so attractive. I just read 2 Anthony Bourdain books, and I was thinking, Anthony Bourdain is so known. The Bear. Oh, girls
Me going like, who? I truly do live under a rock.
love The Bear. We're all buying expensive white t-shirts because of this guy. Matty Matheson, not a traditionally attractive man, but he's got zaddy status because the knows how to cook.
He's got what
This one
status?
makes sense. If anything,
Cooking
I'm
does make
surprised it's
sense,
at number
yeah.
4. Makes me salivate for number 3. Number 3, most attractive hobby according
Nice
to women.
segue.
Playing instruments.
I mean, that one's self-explanatory.
My jealousy's bubbling up a little bit. I think this is a best case scenario, worst case scenario. And quite honestly, I'm surprised that cooking is not above playing instruments.
Like, cooking is not above playing instruments because when women think of playing instruments, they think that, well, either you're good with your mouth or you're good with your fingers. To put it simply.
I think when someone sees, oh, playing an instrument, they're thinking John Mayer. They're thinking this guy's going to doodle on a guitar and he's going to Dominic Fike me a song like I'm in Euphoria or something.
No.
But guess what else is an instrument? The trumpet. Guess what else is an instrument? The tuba.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying those are unattractive instruments to play, but a guy who's good at guitar, 100% attractive. A guy who's bad at the violin, maybe not. Being bad at an instrument.
I think playing instruments also kind of implies that you're not bad at it. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't put that in the most attractive men's hobbies list for myself.
Quickly goes from being very cool to being annoying and douchey. Number 2, foreign languages. It's more of a thing than a hobby, isn't it? And I think we're getting into like
Nah, that could
Twilight
be a
novel
hobby.
arena of women imagining men that don't exist.
See, that's what I said. Like, the whole instrument thing. Totally women having imaginations of what men can play them like a fiddle with their hands, you know? Like, the instrument would be damn. But, like, language thing, there are totally people that are just like, super into learning languages. I think that just kind of, like, correlates to that person must be smart. So they like the fact that that person is knowledgeable rather than what they're smart about. They like the nerdiness, but with a sense of like utility. Because often cases, a lot of people have travel as their hobby, right? So if you're traveling and your SO knows a lot of languages, that makes it easier to travel to certain places. So you're kind of benefiting from it. I don't know. Am I thinking too much about it? Am I looking too much into it? Am I like associating things too far?
This is the first one that I'm like, all right, okay, you're getting fooled. If some guy's like, Oh, yeah, like my hobby is learning foreign languages. He's trying to appear like he is something that he probably is not. Sorry, ladies, that guy does not exist.
I do agree with him on this, though. Like, I don't think, like, here you're supposed to know 3 languages just for existing and for going through school, right? Like, you were taught Romanian, and then you were taught English, and as 3rd language, most people are taught French, but you have German, Italian, Spanish as other options. But it is mandatory that you learn 3 languages, and Romanian, well, generally speaking, you do like 15 years of it, and then you have English, which is 12, and then the 3rd language is, in my case, French, was 8 years. So we learn multiple languages just because we exist in this country. But I don't think I've heard any single person go, yes, my hobby is learning languages. Like, bro. Even though, right, you spend your time learning languages, or you like learning languages, you like learning about it. It's not something you really go and say like, oh yeah, that's my hobby. But I think it all goes back to my initial statement of what is a hobby to you.
Unless you're Xiaoma NYC, you're probably lying. Guys,
Okay.
we've made it.
Okay, we've made it. Let's go.
All of the
Let's go.
non-attractive ones. We've gone
What's the
through a
most
bunch of the
attractive thing?
attractive ones. We
Finance?
finally reached the number 1 most attractive hobby a man can have.
Bank statement?
According to women, if you do this, you're probably doing okay, gentlemen. And if you don't do it,
6
maybe
feet?
you should pick it up. Number 1 most attractive hobby
Because that's a
that man
hobby,
can have,
right?
according to women, is looking on Facebook Marketplace at old Japanese cars that are broken.
What?
All right, for real though, the number 1 most attractive hobby that a man can have, according to women, is reading.
Hey, okay.
Dude, this one's free. You ever heard of a library? This
Damn.
one's awesome. This one's easy. Easier than woodworking. Definitely easier than cooking. Cooking's a good one though. Playing instrument, definitely easier than playing it. We can.
I think the list that these women made is literally fantasy list. I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Reading is cool, and having someone that reads the same books that you like is kind of cool. But at the same time, that's the thing that you find most attractive. What if they read, but they don't read the things that you like? Or they think that your trashy fairy smut is shitty. Is that still going to be on the attractive list if they like trash talk your smutty Court of Roses or whatever it was called?
all do it. We just got to do it. Should I start sharing books that I'm reading with you guys? You guys want to start a book club? Should we do that? Should we start a Discord? Are we becoming best friends right now? Dude, if you can prove to me that you read 16 books by my birthday, March 19th,
16
I will
books?
buy you a pizza. I'll do it, dude. I'll figure it out. Guys, let's get hotter
Damn.
together, dude. Let's make the boys smarter. We're bettering ourselves together. I'm surprised
go.
exercise didn't make the list, but
Exercise is not going to make the list because you have to somehow have a magical body without actually going to the gym, you know? All of those activities are things that they kind of think will benefit them or something that will make you spend more time around them. Woodworking benefits the household. Playing instruments, again, in my opinion, it's about the fantasy. Cooking benefits them. Foreign languages benefits them for travel. And reading, you kind of like spend time together sitting and reading. So, yeah. Gym would imply you go out of the house and you actually do stuff. Not good.
I encourage you to do that too. I've been running lately and I love it. Read. Let's read, cook, woodwork, and let's stop marijuana. I love you.
Oh my god. This was great, man. This was really unexpected. I did not think this video would be as interesting as it was. Thank Thank you so much again for hanging out and for watching and for recommending it. I appreciate you. And as always, if you like this type of content or you would like me to react to other stuff that you potentially like more or you think I would like more, just post it either in the comment section or on the Discord on the board. Thank you. And like, comment, and subscribe to feed the algorithm gods because it really, really, really helps my channel. Thank you. Bye. I shall see you next time.